Hi, I'm Jeff Nobles, and this is my week 4 assignment. I'm doing my speech on Theodore Roosevelt's 7th annual message to the Senate and House of Representatives. It was conducted on December 3rd, 1907. To the Senate and House of Representatives, no nation has greater resources than ours, and I think it can be truthfully said that the citizens of no nation possess greater energy and industrial ability, and no nation are the fundamental business conditions sounder than ours at this very moment. And it is foolish when such is the case for people to hoard money instead of keeping it in sound banks, for it is such hoarding that is the immediate occasion of money stringency. Moreover, as a rule, the business of our people is conducted with honesty and probity, and this applies to alike to farms and factories, to railroads and banks, to all of our legitimate commercial enterprises. In any large body of men, however, there are certain to be some who are dishonest. And if the conditions are such that these men prosper or commit their misdeeds with impunity, their example is a very evil thing for the community. Where these men are businessmen of great sagacity and of temperament, both unscrupulous and reckless, and where the conditions are such that they act without supervision or control, and at first without effective check from public opinion, they delude many innocent people into making investments or embarking in kinds of businesses that are really unsound. When the misdeeds of these successful dishonest men are discovered, suffering comes not only upon them, but upon the innocent men whom they have misled. It is a painful awakening whenever it occurs, and naturally when it does occur, those who suffer are apt to forget that the longer it was deferred, the more painful it would be. In the effort to punish the guilty, it is both wise and proper to endeavor so far as possible to minimize the distress of those who have been misled by the guilty. Yet it is not possible to refrain because of such distress from striving to put an end to the misdeeds that are ultimate cause of the suffering, and as means to this end, where possible, to punish those responsible for them. There may be honest differences of opinion as to many governmental policies, but surely there can be no such differences as to the need of unflinching perseverance in the war against successful dishonesty. In my message to the Congress on December 5th, 1905, I said, "If the folly of man mars the general well-being, then those who are innocent of the folly will have to pay a part of the penalty incurred by those who are guilty of the folly. A panic brought on by the speculative folly of part of the business community would hurt the whole business community, but such stoppage of welfare, though it might be severe, would not be lasting. In the long run, the one vital factor in the permanent prosperity of the country is the high individual character of the average American worker, the average American citizen, no matter whether his work be mental or manual, whether to be farmer or wage worker, businessman or professional man. In our industrial and social system, the interests of all men are so closely intertwined that in the immense majority of cases, a straight-dealing man who by his efficiency, by his ingenuity and industry, benefits himself must also benefit others. Normally, the man of great productive capacity who becomes rich by guiding the labor of many other men does so by enabling them to produce more than they could produce without his guidance, and both he and they share in the benefit, which comes also to the public at large. The superficial fact that sharing may be unequal must never blind us to the underlying fact that there is sharing, and the benefit comes in some degree to each man concerned. Normally the wage worker, the man of small means, and the average consumer, as well as the average producer, are all alike helping by making conditions such that the man of exceptional business ability receives an exceptional reward for his ability. Something can be done by legislation to help the general prosperity, but no such help of a permanent beneficial character can be given to the less able and less fortunate, save as the results of a policy which shall endure to the advantage of all less able and less fortunate. If therefore the less fortunate man is moved by the envy of his more fortunate brother to strike at the conditions under which they have both through unequally prosper, the result will assuredly be that while damage may come to the one struck at, it will visit with even heavier load the one who strikes the blow. Taken as a whole, we must all go up or go down together. And that is my speech. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.